Hello my loves, welcome back to my channel. I'm really excited for this video because fall is already here. November is around the corner and I am in the mood to do a good reset on my life. I wanted to do a reset for the fall and really put myself into a very productive mood and really enjoying this month of solitude and productivity and just locking in. I really want to lock in the month of November because it's one of the last months of the year and I feel like the energy of November is really powerful. It's really intense. It's like Scorpio energy, which is a very intense energy, and I want to take advantage of this energy to pour into my work, into the things that I want to achieve for this end of the year, because time is really flying by, honestly, and November for me is a month where I really lock in. And in this video I wanted to share with you the things that I do to lock in this month to make things happen. And I'm going to do something that I call a November. So I'm going to explain you how it works, how you can reset also for the fall, how you can lock in and make things happen, get to work. And locking in really means just making sure that you know what to do, you're clear on where you're going, and that you are taking action and that you hold yourself accountable. So we're going to talk about all of this in this video. I am so excited because I feel like this energy is just giving me the vibes of like having my little warm cocoa and just working on my computer. Yeah, just locking in and really fully do a good reset. This is similar to what some people call monk mode, people who really go into this phase where like they're locked in and focused and they're avoiding all the distractions. So we're going to do something really similar but on our own terms, in our own feminine energy, and taking really advantage of the intensity of this Scorpio month. So November for me is saying no to all the distractions that are not aligned with my vision. Scorpio energy is this very transformational energy where it's like I have zero intentions on spending time with people who are not aligned with where I want to go. So this month is the month where I'm cutting off a lot of the things and a lot of the people in my field who do not resonate anymore. This is the time, this is the Scorpio energy. Like, I'm really sorry if you don't resonate with me and my values and where I'm going. Like, you can actually leave. And so November is saying no to all the social gatherings, to all the obligations or self-imposed obligations of having to do things that you don't really want to do, but you say yes because you already committed to it. Like, girl, like, no, say no. No is your best friend in November. Like, if you don't know how to say no, if you have trouble setting boundaries, this is the month where you learn how to do it. Okay, this is your month where no is your best friend. So we're going to use the no in November to say no, thank you. You can stay polite and kind and still decline things that are not aligned. But before you say no to anything, before you say no to the distractions, how are you going to say no to something if you don't know where you're going? So the first thing is clarifying your vision. Where are you actually going? What's the direction you're taking in this month? So why is it that you want to lock in November? For what? What's the purpose? What's your intention for the end of the year? What do you want to see happen before the end of the year? That's your goal. That's your big intention. So set your intention, and that's going to be your North Star. That's going to be your direction. And anything that's not aligned with that, you're going to say no. So really, before anything, set a goal, set an intention. Even if you think that it's far away or that, you can't achieve that for some reason, set the goal. You're taking care of the mindset as well. If you watch my other videos, I talk a lot about mindset and productivity and how to achieve your goals in a feminine way and have some structure. Go and check out those videos to get really in the mindset part of it. If you think that your goal isn't achievable, or if you think that you set goals and then you chicken out or it doesn't happen, watch the other videos for the mindset work. However, if you want to do a great reset and lock in, the first thing you need to do is have a clear vision, have clarity clarity on where you're actually going. What is it that you want to see happen before the end of the year? And this is what you're going to use as your standard to say yes or no to the things that are going to come your way inevitably in the month of November. Also, bear in mind that when you're doing this great reset, when you're locking in, when you're saying no, the universe, God is going to send you things your way to test you and to see, like, is she really serious about this? And so you're going to be tested. Know that you're going to be tested in November, but this is why you're doing this, right? Like, you don't want to be stuck here, you want to move forward. And so I love the series of challenges and tests that are coming in this month. You're going to welcome them with a positive mind and an open mind, because every single test and challenge allows you to think differently, to make a different decision. What's your goal? What's your intention for November? What's your intention for the end of the year? My intention is to go all in on my YouTube channel. I'll be posting so much more on this channel 2 times a week. I'll be really present, really adding value to the community. That is the vision that I'm focusing on until the end of the year, and this is why I want to lock in. So find your big why you're doing this, because your why is going to be your anchor when it gets difficult, and you're going to remember, why am I doing this? Write it down. Like, I have a post-it note on my desk right in front of my face so I can see my why am I doing this. This keeps me accountable. Once you know your goal, once you know your big intention, then you can start auditing your life and seeing what is aligned and not aligned with this big goal that I have. You know, what people am I hanging out with that are not really adding any value to my life? What are these social gatherings that I don't have to go to because you're not obligated to do anything that you don't want to do? So start saying no to the people, to the activities, to all of the distractions that are not aligned with where you want to go. And with this, what I'm also doing is setting a few non-negotiables for the month of November. So basically, you're going to tell yourself that you're going to commit to these 3 things. For example, in my case, it's movement every single day. I need to do at least 30 minutes of movement. My other non-negotiable is to read every single night before sleep, to avoid scrolling on social media. And then my third non-negotiable is to journal every single morning, to journal on gratitude and on my vision. So these are my non-negotiables, okay? You can do your own. Please do your own non-negotiables according to your goals, to where you want to go. November is like saying no to the distractions so you can make space to the things that you actually want to implement in your life as a habit. So I want to read much more, I want to journal much more, and I also want to move my body much more. And this is what I'm making space for in this month of November, and I'm so excited about it. Also, like, this is not about being perfect. This is not about forcing yourself to do things or putting so many expectations and pressure on you. This is not about pressuring you. This is about really understanding, like, how can you make your life better? How can you elevate your life? How can you level up in your life? And utilizing the energies of this next month in order to really see progress in your life. Because remember, you are the decision maker of your life. You are the director, the artistic, creative director of your life. And so as such, you can make the decisions to remove the stuff that you no longer want to see in your life. As simple as that. So now that you have a defined goal, a defined intention, you also have 3 non-negotiables. I really recommend you to pause this video, really think about this, write it down. Do not skip on these steps. If you're watching this video, please take action on it. You know, I'm really making this because I'm doing this. I'm actually going to go through this in November and become a new person at the end of the month. I have already started preparing for that. And so please pause the video, make sure that you have an intention, make sure that you have 3 non-negotiables that are important to you and that will move you forward. And once you have that, you can really focus on the actions that will create the most impact and the most results. How I'm locking in for this month of November is really understanding what are the activities and the tasks that I need to focus all my energy on that create the best outcomes, the highest outcome. and the highest impact. This is what I'm going to focus on. All the rest is going to the side. Okay, I can reevaluate in 30 days when November is finished. I can reevaluate where my priorities are. So I really recommend you to set some priorities for yourself for the month of November and make sure that you plan it. There's like 4 weeks in November. It's going to go really fast. And so if you do have a little plan on what are the actions you're focusing on, what's your routine that you want to be following. It doesn't have to be perfect every day. As women, we shift every single day. We're not the same person from one day to another. So let's be flexible as well, right? This is not a lot of pressure. This is just a guide to make your month of November very, very intentional. So what are your non-negotiables for the month of November? What is it that you're committing to in the next 30 days? I would love to know. Write it down in the comments. If you want to join me in this 30-day November locking in reset, I'm going to do this. If you want to do this too, comment down below if you're joining and we can do this journey together. Maybe we can connect on Instagram. I can create a group. Let's connect. Let's do this 30-day challenge together. Join me in this November reset lock-in, because I guarantee you that when you're in a community, when you're with other people who are doing the same thing, it's going to push you 100% more to actually achieve it. When it gets a little bit difficult, when you're getting lazy, you're going to remember, oh, I'm in this community with these amazing people that are doing this. Like, I'm not going to flake right now. And also, if you have a big why you're doing this, this is going to keep you accountable and hold you until the end. So join me in this next 30-day challenge of November locking in. Let me know if you're joining in the comments, and thank you so much for watching. I appreciate your time. Subscribe to my channel if you haven't subscribed already to receive all of the notifications for the new videos that are going to come in on productivity, on mindset, on feminine structure, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye bye.